Well, yesterday was Friday the 13th, and you know, the worst did not happen. In fact, we made some progress on what is kind of the worst, and that is the ditches that I've got dug up around here, the devastation that I've inflicted on my little corner of the world, and the rainfall that has come in predictably, right? You open up the earth to build and you should expect rain. But the real news is that today is Saturday the 14th of October, 2023. And Oregon, Southern Oregon, is squarely in the path of an annular eclipse. It started about 10 or 12 minutes ago, and it will peak in about, I think Ben told me, about an hour and 10 minutes or something from right now. We will lose 96% of the light that's coming directly from the sun, and we're probably losing that much because of the clouds and the fog on this Oregon morning. So it seems like it's probably metaphorically appropriate to tear out our garden and forget about digging in the mud for a little while and say goodnight to what has been a very good garden year. Kelly's zinnias made the whole effort so much better. These non-determinant tomatoes would still continue to bear fruit, except for the rain and the cold that has happened and the frost that'll soon kill them. The determinant species are all done and have been torn out, most of them. These little short ones are more determinant. The marigolds are hanging in there, and the corn is long dead, and the raspberries were a resounding success. But it's time to say goodnight to the garden. And in about an hour, it's going to feel like we're saying goodnight to the whole darn day. Well, it's about exactly 9:19. That means 60 seconds ago we experienced totality in this annular eclipse. I think that's what they're calling it. But good old Oregon weather makes it invisible, except for the fact that it's not a dime's worth lighter right now than it was half an hour after the sun came up. Pretty neat. I hear birds beginning to chirp the way they chirp when they're going to bed. So I guess everybody can get confused when the natural order of things gets radically changed. But anyway, I'm having a fine morning. Kelly and I are tearing this garden out, trying to stay off the lawn because it's already torn up because of the underground project. I'm going to use my equipment. Is it cheating? Yes. Am I a cheater? Yes. Does it help my back? Absolutely. And besides that, it makes it easier on my bride. And it's hard enough to make it easier on her because she, my friends, is a go-getter. So it was 2 years ago that we had a good red clover cover crop, and it really seemed to boost the fertility of the garden. Here's what I did this year with that mint compost. We spread the mint compost out, and it worked great for weed control The paper that we put under there is essentially gone. Every once in a while I see a little scrap. But I'm gonna put the mower behind the tractor and I'm gonna mow down the corn. I'm gonna mulch the corn in place, mulch the zucchini in place. Kelly got in there and snipped off the last of the basil. We had a lot of it, and so she's got another big bag of that. She'll probably make another batch of pesto. And with everything mowed, mulched, cleaned up, stacked, put away, it'll be time to put the tiller on. And with no rain today, and as dry and organic as this soil's become, gonna be no problem tilling that today, I don't think. But if I would try to till my yard where it has not been amended, it would be impossible.
We've worked all morning and we have the garden all tilled, and we tore out all the plants and the wire and all the tomatoes, and then we rototilled it. And now, for the third time, we're gonna plant this, Crimpson Clover. We did it the first year and it was very successful and it came up beautifully, and in the spring it bloomed bright red. It was so beautiful, and then we just plowed it in. We did it last year, but we did it too late. Too late in the season, it never came up. So this year, we're doing it again. And this year I am expecting success. I'm gonna spread that seed out with this, and it'll be up before the frost.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to be until another solar eclipse for us in Southern Oregon, but I do know that it's going to be 7 months until another beautiful crimson clover bloom happens right here in my backyard, and probably 9 or 10 months until the next fresh homegrown tomatoes show up, God willing. Thank you for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.